Steve Yzerman, a name linked with leadership, commitment, and skill in hockey. Recognized for his great awareness, two-way play, and key moments, Yzerman didn't merely compete, he shaped the sport for many fans. But what turned Steve Yzerman from a player into a legend? Come with us as we explore the history of Steve Yzerman, a true great of the hockey world. Early life and introduction to hockey. Born on May 9, 1965, in Cranbrook, British Columbia, Steve Yzerman's journey to the NHL was anything but ordinary. His passion for hockey was ignited at a young age, as he spent hours practicing and playing on local outdoor rinks. Like many Canadian kids, hockey was the heart of his community, and it didn't take long for Steve to show that he was special. Yzerman's development as a player began in earnest when he joined the Peterborough Petes of the Ontario Hockey League in 1981. There, he quickly became one of the league's top players. His offensive production was outstanding, and his poise on the ice earned him a reputation as one of the most promising young stars in Canadian hockey. Drafted by the Detroit Red Wings. In 1983, at the NHL Draft, Steve Yzerman's future was secured when the Detroit Red Wings selected him with the 4th overall pick. It was a monumental moment, not just for Yzerman, but for the Red Wings, as they were about to receive the cornerstone of their franchise for the next 2 decades. Yzerman's impact was immediate. He made his NHL debut for the Red Wings in the 1983-84 season, finishing his rookie year with 39 points. It was clear that this was a player destined for greatness. The early years in Detroit. Throughout the mid-1980s, Yzerman's development continued to impress, but the Red Wings were still rebuilding. Despite individual brilliance, the team struggled to reach the playoffs, and the Red Wings were in desperate need of a leader. But that was about to change. In 1986, Yzerman was named the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, a role he would hold for 19 seasons. At just 21 years old, Yzerman became the youngest captain in Red Wings history, taking on the responsibility of leading a team that hadn't tasted success in years. Rise to stardom, 1988 to 1997. As the years went on, Yzerman's leadership and skill began to shine brighter. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Yzerman had firmly established himself as one of the best players in the league. His scoring ability, vision, and playmaking were unparalleled. In 1989, he had his first 100-point season, cementing his place among the elite. Despite his personal success, the Red Wings were still looking for a way to break through in the postseason. Detroit had been in a prolonged playoff drought, but with players like Yzerman, they were on the cusp of greatness. 1997 Stanley Cup victory, then came 1997. After years of near misses, the Red Wings finally broke through, under the guidance of head coach Scotty Bowman. And with Yzerman leading the charge, Detroit reached the Stanley Cup final against the Philadelphia Flyers. The Red Wings dominated, sweeping the Flyers in 4 games to capture the franchise's first cup in 42 years. Yzerman's leadership on and off the ice was evident. He played through a serious knee injury during the playoffs, but it was his commitment to the team, his heart, and his determination that helped push Detroit to the top. That 1997 Stanley Cup victory was just the beginning of the Red Wings' dominance in the late 1990s. Dominance in the late 90s and 2000s. Yzerman wasn't done. In 1998, he led the Red Wings to another Stanley Cup title, this time against the Washington Capitals. Detroit was now an elite team, and Yzerman was its undisputed leader. His abilities were at their best, and he was recognized as one of the most well-rounded players in the league. The 2002 season was one of the greatest for Yzerman. He was still an elite player, even in his late 30s, leading the Red Wings to their 3rd cup under his captaincy. Detroit defeated the Carolina Hurricanes in a dominant 5-game series, and Yzerman's leadership helped guide the team through the toughest of battles, injuries in the later years. However, as the years passed, Yzerman's body began to betray him. Injuries started to take their toll, but his drive to succeed never wavered. Despite being slowed by knee injuries and other ailments, Yzerman continued to give his all, playing with the same intensity that had marked his early career. In 2006, after a 22-year career with the Red Wings, Steve Yzerman retired from professional hockey. He made a big impact on the sport by leading his team to 3 Stanley Cups, winning many personal awards, and creating a legacy that people will remember for a long time. Legacy and impact. In 2009, Steve Yzerman was rightfully inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. His career had spanned more than 2 decades, and he had set numerous records, including becoming the Red Wings' all-time leader in goals, assists, and points. More importantly, Yzerman's leadership, professionalism, and determination had set a standard for future generations. Since retiring, Yzerman has continued to serve the game in various capacities. He's worked in the Red Wings front office and was named general manager in 2019, continuing to build the franchise he helped elevate during his playing days. Yzerman's influence on the game of hockey remains strong, and his commitment to the Red Wings has never wavered. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and career of Steve Yzerman, a true legend of the game. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories about the greatest players to ever lace up their skates. Until next time.